and you should see a screen that says Lord Christus, or Lord Inventions, right? Yes?
We do.
Excellent. Okay, good. So let me explain what this is all about. This is a young man, and this is his name. It's Lord Christus Boateng, and he's from the country of Ghana in Africa. And he is an incredible young man. And you're going to see just some of the things that he's been doing. He is an inventor. He is a creator. He is an entrepreneur. And he is working really hard in very frankly, rather difficult circumstances. He doesn't have a computer, and he really doesn't have access to the internet. There is a computer at school that he can use a little bit, and he has a cell phone. And so all the things that I'm going to show you, he has sent me via his cell phone, made little videos and put them together. And he would love to actually be giving a live presentation, but he can't. So he has asked me to be his stand-in to do this. So this is Lord Christus. And by the way, he just turned 17. His birthday was a few days ago. And so happy birthday, Lord Christus Boateng. And let me just tell you a little bit more about him and some of the things he's been doing.
My name is Lord Christus. I'm 16 years of age. I'm from Ghana, and I am an inventor.
And there he is himself. So this is where he lives, in a very rural part of the country. There are obviously very large cities. He does not live in one. He not only is involved in inventing, but all sorts of creativity. So for example, he is also a musician. He is also involved in mathematics. And so this is a piece that he wrote, and it is talking about hexadecimal math. And hexadecimal is the basis of what actually computers are using. And he is doing mathematics in hexadecimal. And this is a paper he wrote, and he submitted it to a mathematician, professor at a university, and he's been getting feedback from the professor, and it's been an ongoing conversation. He also has gotten some recognition online, part of the GIFT program, and he's become a local hero in his community. He does go to school, and the school has a Lego kit, and they have asked him to build all kinds of different devices. This was a robot that he built. They were having a ceremony at the school, and this was a robot that would come out and then give a speech. Evidently, the principal had written some sort of a speech, and the robot was giving the speech at the school. He has built other kinds of devices out of Lego parts and other pieces, things that he has had. He just doesn't build things. He actually puts together a plan. This is a real engineering drawing. He has the parts, the steps of putting it together. He has labeled all the parts. This is the kind of procedure that Thomas Edison would use. He not only does things by hand, but he's also been able to do some stuff on the computer, not a real CAD system. He's just using some squares, but being able to draw things and design products. This is something that he made. I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly what this does. It's got lights and some sort of a fan. It's one of his many projects. And here it is in its base. He also created a water purification system. And if you're interested, we have a video of this thing actually working and purifying water. And once again, here is the engineering drawing on how he made this. The difference between engineering work and tinkering is when you're tinkering, you're just putting things together without a plan. Engineering requires a plan, and that is what Lord Christus is doing. He never starts a project until he has a plan of what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. In May, in the first GIFT program, he talked about something he had built, the pandemic action bot. If you remember, the virus had just started to affect the world. Frankly, we all thought it was going to go away, but Lord Christus had built this device.
Hello, my name is Lord Christus. I'm here today to make a presentation of my invention for the Global Innovation Field Trip. This is actually a humanoid robot I made, and I named it Pandemic Action Bot. It is a humanoid robot that will give you specific information concerning the virus to people, and also we're testing people of the virus using their temperatures. It has been made to look interesting to get people's attention, so people get closer to it and get to know what it's got to tell them. So let's see how it's going to work.
However, if you actually want to watch the video of what this thing does and how it works, you need to go on to YouTube, where we've got the entire presentation posted. Then in July, he created the Smart Bin. Once again, it was a very clever device, and we have video available of the entire presentation of his electronic Smart Bin. But now it is October, and here is his project for October gift, the electronic shoe rack.
Hello, my name is Lord Christus. I am here today to make a presentation of my invention. Mostly when you go to homes, you see certain things like this. This is a shoe rack, and people keep their shoes on them. One thing I've noticed is that if you keep your shoes on this, your shoes will get dusty, and so you have to clean your shoes. Sometimes too, you push it and you have to rearrange your shoes on it again. Sometimes you don't have any light, your cell phone is off, but you still want to choose a shoe, but you don't have any light. So because of this, I have introduced the electronic shoe rack, and the main idea for the electronic shoe rack is that you have to put your hand on it, and then it opens for you. If it opens to a certain point, the light will be on by itself. And if you want to close it, you put your hand on it again, and then it closes. And as it closes, the light will be off by itself. But because of the price of certain materials, what I've made is that you have to open it yourself and then switch on the light yourself. So let's see how it's going to work. Thank you. Okay, one thing about the electronic shoe rack is that I am going to make sure I do not have to touch the doors and open it myself. But I'm going to touch it and it opens for me. When it opens too, the light will be switched by itself. So I don't have to come around and open it myself. So that means I'm going to work on the main idea. And also, everything here is made of cardboard. Because I wanted it to be so strong, I combined them. And so making it strong, it also made it heavy. And so although it's made of cardboard, but it weighs even more than 70 kilograms. Because it is so big, I wasn't able to keep it on the ground. If I keep it on the ground, it's going to take my space. It's going to occupy my space. And so I've kept it on top of my wardrobe. And what you can see, just as the roof is made of wrapping paper. Okay, so now let's see how the electronic shoe rack works. First of all, you have to pull this off. You open it like this, and then you open it again, and you lock it over here. Afterwards, you open this too, and then you open it like this, and then it's open. After opening like this, you can keep your shoes in here, and you can turn on the light yourself. You can turn on the light, and the lights are on. So you can keep your shoe polish over here, and you keep your shoes in here. So after keeping your shoes in here, the socks that you wear while you wear the shoe, you can keep them over here. You can keep your socks also over here, and your shoe polish over here. And you can keep anything you want to keep special also inside here. And the batteries that I'm using to power these lights are very small batteries, and they are very cheap. You can buy them. They're very cheap. And so after using them too, you can keep your lights off, and you can keep your lights on. There is a very big space here, which is for bigger shoes like boots. If you want to keep your boots in it, you can keep your boots over here. And after using it, you can see this cloth cover this place. You can keep anything special you want to keep there. Maybe something you just want to hide there. That's also good. So after using it, you turn on the light. You close it. So after closing it, you close this too. And you have to unlock it. And after unlocking it, You put it back, and then you put inside the lock. So this is how the electronic shoe rack works. Thank you.
What impresses me the most about what Lord Christus does is that he doesn't have fancy equipment and fancy tools and fancy materials. I live in the United States, and often students will say to me, well, we have to get all this equipment and we need all this stuff and we have to. No, you don't. He built this entire thing out of cardboard. And sometimes he had to make the cardboard 2 and 3 layers to get the thickness he needed, the strength he needed, but the whole thing was made out of cardboard and glued together. And here it is, step by step, as he is building it. It is a great idea. It is a great innovation. And it is cardboard with wrapping paper roof.
Jake, the one thing I notice about Lord Christus from the different inventions he's shown through Gift is he's not thinking about just one area of life. I mean, his inventions really span across everything he could run into and any kind of problem we could have.
Absolutely, and all of his inventions help people. He's not inventing any of these things to make money. He's inventing them to help people. Every single one of the things he's done, there is some reason somebody is being helped because of this. I have one more part.
My name is Lord Christus, and I'm glad to be a gift presenter. Thank you.
So that is Lord Christus, 17 years old now, from Ghana. And I know that in the future, he will go off and do great and amazing things. And I am so glad and proud that he is here to start off the October gift.
Jake, do you know if Lord Christus has access to YouTube and if he gets to see any of this later?
I believe that he can see it because he does see it, but I think it's probably getting onto the school. He doesn't have any direct access. I think he watches a lot of stuff on his cell phone. That's all that he has. He really has minimal amount of tools and supplies. Frankly, I'll be honest with you, I tried sending him some materials, but Ghana got shut down because of the virus. And you couldn't send anything to Ghana for quite a few months, not even a letter. They literally isolated the entire country. And I have sent him a box with a whole bunch of stuff in it, but it hasn't arrived yet. It's in a few months. So hopefully it will get there. He is looking for it. But I just think he's an example of the kind of things that people are doing all around the world. And in the rest of the gift program, we are going to be seeing many other students like Lord Christus around the world who are doing just amazing things. I'm very proud of that.